Hello everyone. My name is Peter. Welcome to the true stories being shared here. Please sit back and listen to today's story. My boyfriend wants to buy a boat, and I'm $40,000 in debt. We've been together for almost 10 years. I own the house we live in. Due to unemployment, he stopped contributing to the bills over 5 years ago. In the past 3 years, he's gone back to work, paid off his debt, and his only bills now are car insurance and our cell phone bill. I've asked him dozens of times to start contributing, and it always turns into a fight. He tells me that if I need money, I just need to ask, but I don't believe that's a good replacement for him, giving me a set amount that I can rely on monthly to pay the bills. I also do 95% of the grocery/household shopping. I've made bad decisions and drowned myself in debt trying to live a lifestyle that I should be able to afford if I weren't supporting him. He wants to buy a boat. I'm about to take a $9,000 per year pay cut at work. He knows how much debt I'm in. I decided to break up with him, sell the house to pay off my bills, and walk away happy with what might be $100,000 in my pocket, literally life-changing money. Am I overreacting by ending a committed 10-year relationship without talking to him about it one more time and giving him a chance to make it right? Edit. Wow, this post has gone far beyond what I expected. I really hate to say this, but if you don't have anything different to say than the over 1,000 comments already here, please don't waste your time. There's no way I can read all of this. And to those saying absolutely terrible things to me, guess what? We all know what kind of person you are. And to the nudes guy, I'm flattered but no. Second edit. I genuinely appreciate the kind words and meaningful advice I've received. I'll do my best to get through it all, but it's around 4,000 right now. To answer some of the more common questions, I already rent out a room to someone. I didn't mention it because it didn't seem relevant. I've raised his rent starting next month. He's also had a really sweet deal for the last few years. I have a really good job. I work for USPS. The problem is, USPS is going bankrupt, and they've realized they can pay a part-timer $20 an hour to do what they pay me nearly $40 an hour for. I don't know how bad it's going to get, but it looks like it's going to be a $9 into $11 cut a year. I'm trying to get ahead of it before it hits. The benefits are huge, and I don't have a degree, so there's really no way I'm going to get a higher paying job. I'm looking into Instacart/DoorDash when it hits. It doesn't seem fair that I should have to work 2 jobs while he sat on his ass for 2 years. And listen, I get it. Selling is a bad idea. A house is an investment. But I really don't see another way to get out of this debt. I don't want the hassle of trying to rent the whole place out and paying for an apartment myself. I don't want to have to maintain it. It's too big for me. And I don't even think I want to stay in this state. Selling now, paying off my debt, stashing the money, and letting it earn interest, then in about a year, when I've got my head straight again, hopefully moving somewhere warmer. Third edit. One more thing. He already has a boat. A cheap boat, if there is such a thing. He wants a nice new boat so he doesn't have to keep sinking money into the one he already has. Related comments. Commenter. OOP meets her budget for the house and pays off the debt she's in. Wait for the boyfriend to move out and sell the house. OOP, yeah, pretty much. I could afford it if I weren't paying $1,000 in a month in credit cards, and if I weren't taking a nearly $1,000 in a month pay cut. I also have no interest in living in a place this large or caring for my lawn by myself, and it would take years for a roommate to reach the same financial benefit as just selling the house. It would take about 5 years of rent to pay off my debt, and that's at the current amount, not including all the interest that would happen over those 5 years. I can't. I've run the numbers. I can't afford the bills and the mortgage. Even getting a roommate would take over 5 years to pay off, and I don't want to live with someone that long. Commenter. OOP about creating a safe retirement account to live comfortably after moving out and taking care of what she owes. OP, I have a retirement account, and I could pay rent out of my salary without the credit card bills. I'm planning to increase my retirement contributions a fair bit and gradually move on from $100 in K while that money sits in a savings account earning interest. Commenter: OOP about attending therapy to work through her issues and taking care of herself before anyone else. OOP, I am in therapy, but my therapist is moving to a new practice that doesn't accept my insurance, so I have to find a new one. I've gently nudged him to get therapy for a long time, but he won't go. I've suggested couples therapy many times, but he thinks it's a sign the relationship is over, so essentially, I'm just giving him what he's been expecting at this point. She's out of state, and her new practice only takes clients from a specific EAP that my company isn't part of. I really wish staying with her was an option. Working on it. There are some undiagnosed mental health issues that literally explain every stupid thing I've done. I'm actively working on myself. Commenter: OOP explaining how much she and her boyfriend spend weekly. OOP: I spend double on his groceries what I do on mine. I eat one meal a day and about $12 in a week on snacks. He eats lunch and dinner and probably more than $20 in a week on snacks. He drinks $30 and in Diet Coke each week. I drink a $4 in pack of bottled water with Mio or Crystal packs and an occasional energy drink. I have a nice car because I'm sick of unreliable used ones. My car payment isn't extravagant and is very fuel efficient. I take 2 to 3 vacations a year, 2 long weekends and a 5-day. I look for the best deals and pay cash for everything except the hotel and flight points. I always offer camping, but he prefers comfort. Anyway, I don't know why I'm saying this. I fully admit I've made bad financial decisions, but they wouldn't be nearly as bad if he were pulling his weight. I guess I thought he'd eventually step up, and he just didn't. Update: 4 months later. My original post blew up way more than I ever expected. I'm definitely overwhelmed by all your responses, and I genuinely appreciate the amount of people who care about a random stranger on the internet. Since then, I've considered posting an update multiple times, but wanted to wait until everything played out, but recently someone reached out, so I decided this was as good a time as any. I spent a lot of time getting everything lined up for myself behind the scenes. I had a safety plan for myself and my cats in case he got angry. I spent a long time planning what I would do after selling my house. I broke up with him at the beginning of June. It was one of the most emotionally difficult things I've ever done. We talked for hours over several days about what had happened. He wasn't angry, just sad. I was really sad too and still am, but now we're both on the same page, and we agreed it was for the best for both of us. He moved out right away and has been gradually moving his stuff out. It took me about 2 months to get my house ready for sale, but after it was listed, I accepted a very good offer within a week. The closing is 3 weeks from now. I decided to use this opportunity to completely change my life. I'm moving across the country, I already have a place and a job lined up, and I'm really excited about my future. I'm getting the money I expected, paying off my debt, and investing the large amount that's left. I'm moving to an area with a lower cost of living, and my expenses will be significantly lower than they were before. And the job I've lined up will pay the same as my current salary, so I'll be in really good shape. I signed a lease on a suite apartment. Maybe I'll consider buying again in the future, but for now, I'm just looking forward to a fresh start and a chance to make my life exactly what I want it to be. Related comments. DailyRddit: did he ever say why he wanted to buy a $40,000 in boat instead of helping you with your debt? OOP, kind of. I guess he didn't think. Somehow he always thought I was okay, even though he knew how much debt I was in, and even though I begged him so many times to start contributing regularly. In his mind, I must have been fine because I never asked him for specific money to cover specific bills. Puzzled History 7265. Owa, I love this ending. I hope you move to a fun city and have lots of friends. OOP, the city is amazing, I already have a few good friends there, and I'm really looking forward to meeting more.